What up? Hey, hey. Because I'm only doing this because you know what time it is. Hi, what's good, homies? It's your boy STV, GREAT, joined by the homie Shades. What's good with your boy, huh?
What's happening, man?
Hey,
Bro.
Hey, you know what it is? This is Homie Studios episode 85? 85.
I think it is 85, and it's so 85 that I didn't even turn on the Street Fighter so that people can see the thing playing.
Dang, man, that's tough.
That's so
now we gotta have to get the loading screen, you know.
Not 85 South. But...
hey, that bitch was loaded. You know what I'm saying? But no, man. Hey. that's Street
Arcade
Fighter.
One Up.
That's Street Fighter for y'all heads. You might want to turn that down though, so you don't get no copyright issues. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? No, but hey man, another week down. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I ain't even telling y'all about this week. How about that? like, y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all maybe give a fuck, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't give a fuck enough to tell y'all about this week because this week was one of them.
One of them. I do got something to say about this week.
Okay, go ahead, rock on, bro.
So, all I'm gonna say is like, yo, if you got something going on and like you don't necessarily feel comfortable with it, but you know somebody you know, I trust this person, X, Y, and Z. If you don't feel comfortable with the situation, please don't do it. If it don't feel cool with you, like especially if it got something to do with how you make your money, how you make your bread, if you get that feeling you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. Just tell them I respectfully decline. That's all I gotta say.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do in that situation. You know, we respect. You got to be able to be comfortable saying no.
Yeah, man.
And shit, man. You know, that's one of the toughest things there is out there. It's for some people. I won't say for everybody. Some people would be like, fuck that. No, you know, but at the same time, you know, some people would be like, you know, sure. Yeah. They'll do that. They'll do that sure shit a lot instead of just saying no, because they're not saying yes. You know what I'm saying? They're not saying yes. They're saying sure. And the sure really means like, no, but they really can't say the word no.
But I don't really want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So, but you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, I mean, really, I don't have a problem saying no, but I'm thinking also like, okay, I can help this person out. I'm also getting paid from it. Blah blah blah. All right, let me see what I can do with it.
Look at it like a win-win scenario.
Straight up.
Right.
But yeah, bro. That's all I got to say about that. I hope everybody else's week, you know, we got the strength to get through this week. Other people's didn't make it through the week. So shouts out to those family. Anybody lost anybody. And shouts out to Ukraine. They just got hit by Russia again today. Kids, women, and elderly were hit. So, you know, shouts out to Ukraine. Prayers to Ukraine.
Definitely.
And hopefully justice gets served soon. So, but let's go ahead and I think we just
we not jumping in because I know you got something.
Yeah. I'm about to say, yeah. I do got something to say. So hashtag safe soil. I just want to talk about this for a brief moment. I might talk about it on in another time, but
well, at least give them a brief rundown.
So let's get a brief rundown. So anybody that's interested in this, it's called Safe Soil. You have a man by the name of Sadhguru, Sadhguru. You probably will see him interviewed by Joe Rogan recently, interviewed by Hot 97 and Ebro in the Morning. You know.
Okay, we gonna get there very soon.
We're gonna get there very soon. But
give him a quick rundown.
A quick rundown, real quick. Sadhguru, he's somebody that believes that you know the energy and the power that you need to survive and to get right or to be happy, peaceful, and everything is inside you. We don't need all these material things in order for us to be happy. But what he's on a mission on is to save the soil for the earth. And pretty much what he's saying right now is that our generation is currently eating the food of the next generation right now. We're a generation behind. And it's because of the degree of the soil. The soil is going through something called desertization, which means it's turning into sand because of the way that we're cultivating and growing our food. So pretty much he's helped India with his river. He has a river project that he's done. The government is overtaking it. And pretty much what they've done is they have increased the fertilization in their soil by 3% alone this year. just by changing the way that they're doing things. So things are already starting to help in India. They said if we continue on this path without changing anything, by 2045, there's going to be a 40% food shortage. So this is not something that we can put off for like 100 years, whatever like that. You know, this is our generation. Like right now, like we gotta make a change because we're affecting the next generation and the generation after that. So if you want to learn more about it, go to savesoil.org. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in. Yo, good luck on your show today too, bro.
Hey, yo, Quan, do your thing, boy. Do your thing.
Big facts.
Big love, bro. But yeah, savesoil.org if you're interested in finding out how to save or join in on this. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what I can do, anything that I can do, but it's a world thing. You know what I'm saying? We're citizens of this earth. We came from the soil. We're going to return to the soil when we pass away. So it's only right that we do what's best for the people ahead of us. That's the people to come. So
yes, sir.
So that's it, bro. So I go rule. Save soil.
Save soil. Hashtag
save soil.
Shout out to the homie IB in the building. You feel me?
IBZ.
You know what it is, bro.
You should be in here chilling.
Facts. But you know, we know the vibes.
We know the vibes.
And speaking of the vibes, it's almost that time for me to get in there. So shit. Cause it's time.
What's the time for?
For barbershop talk.
Ooh.
And this goes out to Avery right there on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Young A.
We see it. Baby. Y'all know the fucking vibes, man, huh?
My boy, bounce back.
Hey.
I kind of felt like you maintained the star at that time and still found a way to get some extra.
Hey, bro.
You feel me?
Hey,
I got to bounce back nice this week.
It was vital for me to be able to recover from. Like, I don't think y'all understand. I was highly disappointed in myself the last time I did that. So, you know, it was definitely something. That man said that note was longer than Tom Brady retirement, boy. You know the vibes, man.
Hey, bro.
Hey, man, if you heard that one from last part, bro, like that one was awful. I quit on it. So I knew I had to come back this week with it, man. But yo, man, let's get started, man. Yo, we got first topic of the day. You know, we got graphics and stuff now. So if y'all listening to the podcast, go ahead and tap in on the YouTube. You dig? We got Jalen working with Peyton, and not just working with Peyton. The man chose to work with Peyton. He working with Tom over Peyton, right? Or is it Peyton over Tom? Peyton over Tom.
Tom over Peyton.
Tom over Peyton. My whole graphics is trash.
Trash can.
Hey, I know y'all just heard me say something about going on to the YouTube. Don't do that. Or at least skip into what time? Skip to like 9:20. There we go. 9:20.
Yo, but it's dope. It's still dope though. But basically, yeah, Jalen Hurts decided to not work out with Peyton Manning and decided to go work out with Tom Brady. I think to the average fan, they might blow past this and not think this is a big deal. But to those who know, this is a very big deal between Peyton Manning and Brady, even though they cool.
Why do you think it's such a big deal, though?
Because even though they cool, they still got a rivalry going on, even after. I think Brady's more humble about it, or Brady don't really acknowledge it so much. But Peyton, he be taking digs every time he can.
So what you saying is more of a big deal for Peyton
between Peyton and Brady.
Like, no, you're saying like it was a big deal. And when you first said it was a big deal, I thought you was referring to something like it was a big deal for Jalen. But what you're saying is it's a big deal in the rivalry between those two.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, for me, whichever side he go to is going to be a blessing. It's only going to help him, not hurt him.
I don't think it's a big deal.
No, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm just saying between them two.
I get it. I get. Trust me, brother. I get what you're saying, bro. Yeah. But oh snap, we got Hey from Nashville. Hey man, hi. Hope y'all turning up. Like I would be turning up in Nashville. You know what I'm saying?
Turn up in Nashville.
Hey man, but we still reside in Duval, strong in this thing. You know what I'm saying? But no, man. I look at it like this, bro. You can't go wrong either way. Who you learning from under that in either one of those scenarios. You got a guy who is the master of being able to get complete audibles at the line, being able to read coverages, read defenses, read tendencies, read all of that in Peyton. And then you got the guy who is that I'm gonna tell you what I call Tom Brady now.
What?
I call Tom Brady the Bret Hart of football. And the reason I call him that is because he's the excellence of execution. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Bret Hart was in wrestling. That boy is the excellence of execution. That nobody executes a game plan better than Tom Brady. Nobody. For 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How I feel about it is, or what I think about it is that I think this is just the beginning. I kind of hinted at it before about Tom Brady being a quarterback coach. And the reason why I felt that is because not necessarily a quarterback coach, but I think he's going to mentor. I can see him taking TB12 and making it bigger and starting to mentor a lot more people. And I think the reason why I said that was because he's going to need something to fuel this fire that he has. It's not just going to go away when he retires. That's why he came back so quickly. It's like another Brett Favre. Right. It took Brett Favre a long time to be able to he had to be hobbled and hurt before Brett Favre got out. You know what I'm saying? So Tom Brady's going to need to funnel that passion and funnel that energy into something else. And I think he can really do that and have an impact on the game today if he becomes like a quarterback mentor, quarterback coach that takes these young guys under his wing. So understood. I think Jalen Hurts is the first of many to come.
We'll see.
That's just my prediction.
I know. I feel you. What I want to see more than anything from Jalen Hurts is reading coverages, being able to being able to see some things at the line and know what you could taking advantage of. I mean, and that's going to be a part of his maturation process in the NFL to begin with.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to have to learn to mature in regards to his IQ on the field.
100%.
And look, bro, like I said, you can't go wrong with either one of them trying to help you unlock that.
For sure. With Jalen, what I saw was there's certain key throws that he needs to be able to make that he wasn't able to make last year.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little story. So I used to work at PNC with a guy named Terry. He's a huge Alabama fan, and he used to talk about Jalen Hurts all the time, mm-hmm. And he would always say he can't pass, he can throw, he can't pass. Like he got this, but he don't got this.
The touch.
Yes,
there's certain balls that need touch
that he just shot puts down instead of putting a little bit of.
But then there's other passes that he shows that he can do it. He just needs to do it consistently. I think he has the ability, but he needs to be able to do it consistently.
Yeah, like I just know that that's something that consistency for him is always going to be something that he has to work on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I don't think he's as naturally gifted as a passer.
Right.
So he's going to have to learn.
I think it can be taught though.
It can be taught, but it's hard to execute under pressure. What he has to do is just know how to anticipate a lot better. Especially on those passes that we say that he needs to make.
Remember that clip we saw last offseason when Aaron Rodgers threw that thing and threw that mug all the way across the field and landed in that. Jameis can do it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He needs that.
Yeah.
He needs that part.
And that's arm talent.
That's arm talent.
And sometimes arm talent ain't teachable. You got to have it. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody can't be out here being a quarterback, because some people got arm talent. Now you got levels to that.
For sure. You know what I'm saying is I've seen it to where he's made passes like that. It's just like you said, under pressure, under duress, sometimes it don't always come out.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying, like,
full belief in your arm talent. If you got full belief in your arm talent, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna make that throw even with the pressure.
Right.
Because not even just arm talent, but footwork, foot placement. You know what I mean? Footwork for quarterbacks.
And I wonder, could that be it? Was his foot? The reason why he couldn't make that pass was his foot wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it could be big. Him working with Tom Brady could be big because Tom Brady would have hit that pass. Peyton would have hit the pass too.
Absolutely.
But
no, yeah. But all right, man. What else we got? What we got next, man? Yo, we got that boy Aaron Donald. He's still contemplating retiring out here, and like, be personally, I understand the purpose of going out having the story, but I'm gonna keep it 1,000. This is exactly the time when he should still be contemplating retirement during the off season. Now, what does that mean for the Rams? Because if you don't come back, that's a huge dent to your defense. Huge dent. You know what I'm saying?
But I think a lot of it has to do with money. So, well, no. Let me stop. Not say that. I think some of it has to do with money. Mm-hmm. And I think he's kind of like going to force the Rams' hand. You know what I'm saying? As far as getting paid, being the highest paid defensive player. So, I guess he's trying to get paid now. He's trying to re-up now, but also he could be really considering like, yo, I want to be able to run with my kids. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to. I made a lot of money. I can make smart investments, make the money stretch. I can still keep my body and be in great shape. You know what I'm saying, for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's because one thing we do know about him is he's in outrageously great shape. Like
outrageous.
Like, what defensive tackles got abs, bro?
Not too many.
Not too many out there, dog. Let me see. Okay, so he already got the first big bag, right? He got the 6-year, $135 million deal, right? He signed that in 2018. So really, he's coming up on that contract next year. You know what I'm saying? So if he is retiring, is it really all that much about money? Because he's already got paid. Hold on. Yeah, what up, Marcus? What's popping with you, homie?
What's happening?
But is it really about money? Because he got the bag. Now, yeah, you obviously would want another bag. No one's saying no to bags unless they really set on something. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's necessary for him to have to make this comeback just for money.
I feel you, but the fact that he is the best defensive player in the game, not just defensive lineman, like the best defensive player in the game.
You just saying defensive player. He's arguably the best player in the game.
Arguably the best. I'm not going to disagree with that. Arguably the best player in the game. I just won a ring, and my stock has never been higher than it is right now. So if I do want to make a play for money, now is the time to strike.
But see, I look at it this way. You said, I got my bag. I got my ring. I can leave out on top. I can leave out healthy, relatively. I can leave knowing that in 5-10 years, I can still run around with my kids. I can run around without having so much aches and pains. I got the bag. And my name resonates that I can do stuff outside of football.
For sure. But hear me out. You said he got a 6-year, 160 something?
6-year, 135.
6-year, 135.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying homie can get a 3-year fully guaranteed. He can probably negotiate a fully guaranteed bag.
It ain't no probably at this point. The Browns fucked it up for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, these star players are going to be like, I need a fully guaranteed bag.
But I hear what you're saying, right? And definitely, like, I ain't saying like that man ain't going to take that into account also. But if that man is actually contemplating retirement, that came out before.
Yeah, before the Super Bowl.
Let's talk about right. That came out before the Super Bowl. That was something that he was already contemplating.
But when he said it like that before the Super Bowl, it kind of feels to me like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? If you contemplate, if you think about retiring, then you would think about you probably to me you would save that to the offseason just from me. But to me, when you say it sooner, to me that kind of saying like, yo, Rams, like we about to win this or we about to do what we got to do. I'm contemplating retirement. The reason why I'm putting this out is if y'all don't come to me correctly with the bag, then I'm going to retire. But then he changed it up and said, if y'all bring back Vaughn and OBJ,
what are you talking about? These are human beings. Let's break down what you said. You said let's talk about that in the off season. No, people plan their lives.
But when do
humans plan their lives?
But we're talking about superstars, and
superstars are what?
But
humans.
When superstars are locked in, when you have a locked in superstar, they don't talk about the off season, bro. They talk about the Super Bowl. They talk about the game they're getting ready for. You don't talk about the off season. If you're going to talk about the off season, it's for a reason.
First of all, let's stop it right here. The man balled in the Super Bowl. Him thinking about retirement didn't affect the way that man played the game. Period. That's one.
That's not why.
But that's what most people. Okay, I anticipated you having an explanation of gotta have you focused in. You gotta have you locked in, focused in on the game. You can't be having your mind elsewhere, thinking about this, that, and the other. No, that's these are human reactions.
I know, but that's not what I said. I said usually when you have a superstar, not necessarily talking about the other players, when you have the superstar on the team, normally when you're going into the Super Bowl, I can't think of a time where a superstar at the time is talking about the offseason. Usually when somebody brings up the offseason to them, they say, hey, we'll talk about that later. If it has something to do with the bag. So if he's talking about retirement before,
that man is being a real human being and telling y'all what's up. I'm not giving you PR I'm not giving you PR spin saying, oh, I talk about my future after. No, he's being a human being and being honest and upfront. And he's a superstar and he continues the ball. And there's a bunch of ands there.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? But hear me out though. Nobody asked him about retirement. Okay. It was put out there that he's contemplating retirement. So it's not like somebody came to him, hey, Aaron, you thinking about retiring this? You thinking about retiring this all season? Like nobody's thinking.
So let me ask you this then.
Nobody's thinking.
Let me ask you this. You talking about superstars and not putting it out there, stuff like that. If you on a team with a superstar, right? And the man said, yo, I'm retiring at the end of the year, at the end of the season, after the Super Bowl. And we get to the Super Bowl. You think his squad trying to play harder for him, or you think they're gonna what you think going on right there? Obviously, the team gonna try to rally around and get this man the Super Bowl on his way out. That's a tactic. That can be another tactic.
For sure. Valid point.
You see what I'm saying?
100%.
So but at the end of the day, it ain't nothing wrong with these players coming out and saying, hey man, at the end of this year, I'm retiring.
I'm not saying there's anything.
I'm not saying you saying this wrong. I'm saying in general.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it at all. But I'm just saying when you say that to me, I'm thinking that it got something to do with a bag. So if he get a new bag, that junk worked for the players and it worked for his bag. So they got to ship.
Look, at the end of the day, that man got a lot of money.
But
and sometimes, and once you at that point where you got dough like that,
you can make moves like that.
You don't have to worry about the money aspects of things. Now I'm worried about the health aspects of things. Now I'm worrying about everything else in my life that I really should be putting a lot of onus and focus in on. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, look, I got the money to have my family set.
Right.
My family, my generations. I got money to get us to be set, bro. Now let's be able to enjoy this shit instead of going out here and running it. Let's also remember this. Aaron Donald is an undersized defensive tackle going against mammoths of dudes who still can't mess with him, but you got to bang into these big motherfuckers.
Sure.
He's an undersized defensive tackle. Hey, man, eventually, before the injuries really start to pile up, you might want to get your your exit plan in place. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. But I got a question for you. Ninja take.
Yes, sir.
So they had Von Miller. They could have re-signed Von Miller. They could have re-signed OBJ. But they wound up getting AR-15 and they wound up getting Bobby Wag.
Yep.
On paper, which combo do you like better? Would you rather for them to bring back Von Miller and OBJ, or do you like AR-15 and Bobby Wag?
So let's talk about the levels of names that we're talking about right now. Von Miller and OBJ have the sexier name appeal. Bobby Wagner is obviously respected in this game. Let's not overlook that part, right? But let's look at the name values. You got Von to Bobby Wagner. Von Miller's name rings harder in these NFL streets. Then you got OBJ AR-15. Allen Robinson, that is, if y'all don't know. OBJ's name rings louder in the NFL streets. But which one do I think actually is a better fit for them? You need a guy like AR-15 on the other side of Cooper Kupp.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like your possession guy. Yeah, like this, just a guy who can get 10, 15, do a quick slant back. You know what I mean? Boom, a little what they call them, the candy cane routes. You know what I'm saying?
Wide receiver option routes.
Wide receiver option routes. He's a smart enough receiver at that as well. Obviously, OBJ, superstar. You know what I mean? It's hard to have two superstars that you got to feed, though. And they made it work last year for the most part. But AR, I feel, will come in there and comfortably be the two. I still think OBJ
and AR at the 2 is nasty.
AR at the 2 is filthy. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to AR-15 for getting up out of Chicago, bro.
For real.
Like, damn.
That's his fault for going there. What?
No, it ain't.
Did he get traded? No, he did go there.
He went down on his own, but still. But like, regardless, hey, shout out to him. Hey, he had to get up out of Jacksonville because they already disrespected that man by by signing up Marquise Lee.
They did.
I'm better than Marquise Lee, even with my torn ACL. You know what I'm saying?
And Marquise Lee injury prone too, so that was dumb.
Like, it was the stupid Jaguars.
They didn't want to pay him like extra $5 million or something like that.
Jaguars make very questionable decisions.
Very questionable decisions, especially with that regime.
Hey,
I feel you on that though, because I agree with you. I'll probably take the Bobby Wag in the AR-15 too, because you got we'll see, but you should have Aaron Donald coming back, holding down the line. You also have other good defensive tackles on that line as well. You just have to find a comparable defensive end. Well, you're not going to find another Von Miller, but you can find maybe somebody in the draft, maybe a free agency. But Bobby Wag in the middle with Ramsey, and then Ramsey is able to float around now.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. With, let's say Aaron Donald does retire, does that change your answer?
Yeah, it would be if Aaron Donald retired, then you would probably rather have Von Miller.
Yeah. And see, and like they had to make their move regardless. Yeah. Either or, because hey, business continues to move.
But linebacker was a need for them, so
very much so. But defense ain't gonna be a need if you ain't got nobody if you ain't got Aaron Donald in that middle. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, y'all better, if it is a bag, you better give it up.
Yo, let's talk about Stephon Diggs though, man, because he got a bag, right? What was Stephon's numbers looking like? Let's pull this up.
70 million guaranteed.
Stephon Diggs contract.
I know you got 70 mil guaranteed.
70 mil.
He's the second highest paid receiver overall as far as guaranteed money.
4-year, 96 mil. 21.5 million signing bonus. 70 million guaranteed. That's nasty. Bro, putting your name on the dotted line and getting 21 mil wired to your account, bro.
Instantly. And apparently the Bills Mafia, some people within the Bills, or a large majority of Bills Mafia, was very upset.
Why?
Because I guess a diva receiver getting paid and blah 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 blah, when they feel like they're kind of putting everything on Josh Allen, and like and then people were saying, yo, Josh Allen didn't become Josh Allen until Stephon Diggs got there.
They gonna see.
You gotta pay Diggs.
Thankfully, Diggs already signed, because y'all, that's the kind of type of vibes that'll push you out of push a guy out of your organization, and then y'all gonna realize that Gabriel Davis ain't what he was in that 4 touchdown game.
Yeah, because they still got to worry about Diggsy.
Yeah, it's easy to.
I'm pretty sure he was getting doubled, which means oh boy got single coverage, which means if you take Diggs out, it's gonna be a juju situation.
Bruh, see, it be shit like that, man. Like,
now,
what was y'all thinking? Like, did y'all not want somebody a number one to go with your stud quarterback? Is that not something that you think is a good idea? Because I'm scratching my head thinking like, why wouldn't I want my quarterback to have?
If y'all don't want Diggsy, trade him to the Jaguars.
Please. What
y'all
we'll give you Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones, nigga,
and Marvin Jones.
What's up, Zay too,
and Zay.
We'll give you all 3.
You can have Zay back. Y'all drafted him.
Got me fucked up, man. Now they don't piss me off.
It's crazy though, dog. Like Devontae to me is the best receiver in the league, but now he's third. Now he's third highest paid. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that quick.
Hey, you said you had something about like the top 5.
Yeah, so top 5 right now is Tyreek.
Top
Hill.
5 player contracts, right?
Yeah, as far as guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money.
Tyreek Hill is getting 72.2 right now. Stefan's number 2 at 70. Devontae is 3rd at 65.5.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Thomas is at 4th with 60.5. And then DeAndre Hopkins is 5th with 60.
So let me get this right. So Devontae, he got like 214. What was his total amount that he got?
120 something.
120 something. Why am I getting
128?
Why am I getting 240? Where I got 214 from, bro?
Are you thinking quarterbacks?
Yeah, clearly I'm thinking quarterbacks. Hold on, Devontae.
I think he got like 128.
Devontae Adams contract. There we go. So yeah, he got 141.25.
141.
Yeah, 67.5 mil.
128 is Tyreek then for a 4-year.
Yeah, I mean he ended up getting a bigger contract than Tyreek, but Tyreek got a bigger guaranteed
money.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, leapfrog, bro.
But DK and Justin Jefferson is next.
Hey man, you was talking about Tyreek though, and if we talk about Tyreek, we talk about Dolphins. So we talk about Dolphins, right? You know, she getting interested, bro. Because what's your boy Malarkey?
So first, let's tailor back and goes. The NFL said that these claims by Brian Flores didn't have any merit. Well, here is your merit. If the text messages from Bill Belichick wasn't merit, then let this be merit. Mike Malarkey said in 2016 he was involved in a sham interview for the Rooney Rule, where the Tennessee Titans already told him that he won the coaching job beforehand, but he still had to come in and interview, and they had a whole line of interviews with these other guys, and he already knew he had the job before he even got it.
Yeah, good old boys club, man. That's what this is. You know what I mean?
Which means the agents and the general managers are all aware of what's going on. So it's a whole system. It's a whole system in place from the top putting down. And then the Seahawks, Pete Carroll came out and said that if you want more minorities in the Seahawks, you got to talk to management, or you got to talk to ownership. And the owners did, like right before the owners meeting.
Look, man,
it's pretty clear what's going on. You can't.
The Roonies went out here talking about, hey man, you got to give them an opportunity just for y'all to be like, all right, we're gonna just interview you just so we can say we hit our quota. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like we shouldn't be out here just trying to hit quotas. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna have interviews with people, look, sometimes just say, hey man, we found our guy. We knew exactly who we were gonna get, and we ain't finna waste people's time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get the Rooney Rule, and like, look, man, but don't insult black folk with an interview that they know good and damn well they ain't getting no real opportunity to get this job. You're wasting people's time, and you looking foul out here in these streets. So now when shit like this come up, and now you got your boy Brian Flores and what was it, Steve Wilkes? Yep. Wilkes.
And Roy Horton.
Roy Horton, yep. You got them out here about to have this suit. Hey man, y'all can't have information like this come out because you know what's gonna happen. Boy gonna get a bag.
For sure, they're gonna settle.
They ain't got no choice but to, because you don't want this to go to no trial.
This to go to no trial.
No, because then it's gonna uncover a lot of extra shit that a lot more stuff will come out.
And what if the boys don't want a bag?
Right.
What if they say no?
What if we say, nah, we ain't settling for nothing, so let's take it to court. But the problem is this is the problem. If those coaches decide, they say, hey man, we gonna take this to court. The NFL can stretch out that damn court, that whole situation so long that y'all can't afford to be in court with the NFL. You can't afford it because they can stretch this shit out like a lot of other cases have been stretched out to the point that people start running low on funds and now they can't continue. And now you didn't settle. And now nothing happened. And now you just look foolish in the street.
But the bad thing about the part that can ricochet off that is whatever is done in court can then be released to the public. So everything that you try to like cover up can now be made public.
Of course, but it's the NFL, and let me explain to you what that means. Everybody can be outraged until September gets here, when the Jaguars or your other favorite team run out there, and then guess what? NFL still wins because the NFL is too embedded in the American culture.
For sure, but at the same time, it could also have a reverse effect. It could have a reverse effect, and you can start seeing numbers decrease.
Bro,
if it did, it could happen.
Bro, it wouldn't. You know how I know it wouldn't? People didn't really stop watching when niggas was kneeling. People didn't really stop watching when Mike Vick came out here fresh off the dog case. People didn't stop watching. They ain't losing, bro. The NFL can't lose.
I'm just saying on the fact of if there's a unified message put out there and we can see what's going on and they get a whole bunch of people to agree with them, because I've already heard of people that said they haven't watched the NFL and they stopped watching the NFL
and their ratings still go up.
For sure.
That's my point.
No, 100%.
Because there are people that do actually stop watching.
For sure.
But the problem is there's a whole nother generation every year there's a whole new wave of new NFL fans.
All I'm saying is not out of the realm of possibility that their numbers could go down. There is a possibility that it could have an effect. That's all I'm saying. It's not that, because you can have the mentality that, oh, we're just going to win because we're the NFL, but that same arrogance and pride could work against you.
Of course it could, but it won't. And bro, we've seen way too many situations where people would stop legitimately watching, and their numbers don't get impacted. Bro, everybody know the NFL racist, and it being coming out here saying, "Oh, it is." That ain't finna change people's perspectives on Sunday when it's 1 p.m.
Yeah, but I think it's a little bit different than when something, but then when you see proof, it hits different. It has a different impact.
Does it?
I think so.
Bro,
we know Ray Rice hit his wife and everything, but it was different when you actually seen the video and you seen the swing.
We knew that Michael Vick was killing dogs, but when we got evidence of it, that man went to jail and then came back and got in the league, and people still watched.
Yeah, because he did it properly though. If he had handled himself a different way, he wouldn't have been received like that.
You think that the people cared about the fact that man spent some time in jail when you got these dog loving people out here that was like, no, they still watched?
Yeah, but the people that watched the game that you would think that I don't want to watch because X, Y, and Z. If Michael Vick wouldn't have come back as humble or whatever as he did, it showed that okay, he made a mistake. He paid his price, and then now he's making up for it. Give him a chance. That's what it was about. Now, if he was out here like trying to be like AB and like going through something, but then just still making like excuses about what he did and he didn't come back humbly, I think it could have had a different effect, because what y'all did didn't work, and what y'all promoting ain't, it's not working.
Look, man,
so
the worst name you could bring up in this scenario is AB. And the reason I say that is because AB has had way too many scenarios, especially when it comes to sexual, not even domestic and sexual abuse. And He gets on the TV, and those games still are highly rated. This is the problem. The problem is always going to be, hey man, this Sunday at 1:00.
What a game's at.
What a game's at. And like I said, man, at the end of the day, we know what the NFL is, and it's not a surprise to really anybody. And that's just truly unfortunate because I'm not saying that, hey, this is how it should be.
I think it is a surprise though, bro. Because like Stephen A and Shannon Sharp, I mean, of course they're paid to do what they do, but at the same time, I don't think they'll be calling for a owner to be, hey, you got to sell your team, you got to give up your team if this is found to be true.
Yeah,
that's a surprise reaction. Like, yo, if this is true,
mm-hmm.
because there's always rumors, we always hear about it, we know certain things,
yeah.
But when you actually see it, it has a different impact.
No, because we literally saw racism with the Clippers. They got that owner to fuck up out of there, and now all of a sudden, people now niggas is going to the Clippers. Not Kawhi's going to the Clippers. Paul George going to the Clippers. People still watching Clippers games. This is what I'm talking about. It's clear It's clear racism. Clear racism was there. If all the NFL got to do is get the owner up out of there, do you know how easy that is for them to do?
No, 100%. But that's showing that you're trying to address the issue.
But that's what they would do.
But in this case, the issue is not necessarily the owner. I would say it's not necessarily the owner being a, well, it is.
Yes,
it is about the owner being
exactly.
It is about the owner being a racist.
Exactly. And then what would end up happening?
But what the NBA did was they addressed the situation, removed that person, put somebody in place that say, hey, and they said, hey, we don't believe in that. We don't do that. This is not what we're doing. But now within the NFL, it's not just the Dolphins. Now you have 3 other teams being involved,
mm-hmm.
And then now we got two new coaches being involved with this, and
mm-hmm.
no, not 2 new coaches, because
Wilkes?
Hugh Jackson joined. So this is the 3rd coach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So as time goes by, what if more teams had something to do with it? So you're gonna make all these owners sell their team?
Yes, because that's what they would do. First of all, there's a long line of billionaires out there that want to own an NFL team, but there's not an NFL team for them to acquire. That's one.
One of the Waltons is saying he'll buy the Broncos.
That's one. First thing, there's already billionaires out there ready to do it. Secondly, just like the NBA quickly moved into action, so would the NFL, because all they doing is protecting the shield. No matter what, but the thing is, this is the thing about the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
How you said how they were quick to and we're not about that bullshit. You still got a gang of these old ass white dudes running these teams, and guess what? Some of them racist.
Utah.
Huh?
I said Utah.
But I'm just saying, like, some of these dudes out here racist. Some of these owners still. And the thing is, it ain't like the fans ain't blind. We know. But at the end of the day, we gonna get, if it's 3 teams, then 3 owners is going. We getting 3 new owners, and then that's how they gonna handle it. You feel me?
Which is okay, but I don't think that's what the coaches are going for. They're going for a change in the protocols. So I think ultimately, if nothing happens for that, then you can change the owners all you want. Is what they're saying. You still got a problem.
Yeah,
you got a problem in the process. So
absolutely,
I think that's what they're trying to attack.
Yeah, of course they're gonna say. Of course that's gonna be the and that's where they will win. Because at the end of the day, it ain't like it's just one owner that's like that. It ain't 3 owners that's like that.
It's the entire system.
It's the entire. It's the league of owners.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, let's slide over to another topic here. We got LeBron, the boys, the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Davis, Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook,
Malik.
They all out, bruh. No chance of making it into the play-in tournament. Does this? I'm stealing this from Stephen A, by the way. Does this tarnish the legacy of LeBron James? What say you, Shades?
I think the media and the what everybody else is going to say because LeBron is supposed to be compared to Jordan and the GOAT and everything. They're gonna say the way the season go, they're gonna put it on LeBron because of him going for Russell Westbrook and everything like that. So he does have some accountability with that. For me, I kind of think what it does tarnish it a little bit for me down is just on how LeBron kind of was acting down the stretch. So that's the only thing that would.
What was he acting like?
Well, there was a report that came out that said that he would want to play with Steph.
Okay. Yeah, he said that on the shop.
He said that on the shop?
Yeah, he said that on the show.
Okay.
So
whether he said it on the show or not, I don't know. I guess him being a leader, I just want to see more accountability on his part for the way that the season is gone. Even though it's not his fault as the leader, sometimes you have to kind of like not. I definitely don't want to compare him to KD, but in this situation, I like KD's answer about like how the season went. Like he said, he felt his injury derailed the next season. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like LeBron should have said that. In my opinion, I feel like LeBron should have said something like, "Hey, the injury, I wasn't able to play all of the games this year. You know, whatever. Things didn't shape out. But you know, I still want to be a Laker. Blah blah blah." It kind of looks to me kind of like LeBron is trying to duck. It just looks like he's trying to duck.
Where are you getting this from?
I'm just feeling like to me, it kind of feel like LeBron is just trying to duck the heat from what the media is saying. I don't think he should really be worried about what the media is saying. Honestly, I kind of feel like he played too much into what the media narrative says, and he allows it to dictate his moves. He wants to control the narrative too much in this regard when it comes to that. And I understand it, but I feel like he's too great to have to even do that. He shouldn't even entertain that.
Entertain what?
Entertain trying to control the narrative of the media with.
Bro, listen to what you saying. You saying that this man should have came out here and said this happened, and you know what happens as soon as LeBron says, "Oh, you know, my injury and stuff like that." They're gonna say this man making excuses. That's all that's instantly what all that is we get to dictate how we get to interpret what the man says. That's all that is. Because if the man says, "Hey man, you know, my injury, AD's injury," it might be true. But you know what the media will do? No, they're gonna turn that into LeBron making excuses as to why. And but bro, he's in a lose-lose situation anytime he opens his mouth to this media about basketball. Why? Because it's gonna always be people out here trying to misconstrue what that man said. They're gonna try to come up with think pieces about, oh well, you should have just did this, that, and the other. Man, y'all don't get to dictate what that man does. That's not how this works. At the end of the day, bro, they had a bad season. Mm-hmm. Injuries galore. Mm-hmm. In year 19 for LeBron. Mm-hmm. In year 19 for LeBron. Mm-hmm. What legacy is he tarnishing? Did the rest of his years don't count? The rest of them don't count? You can't tarnish something off. You can't tarnish. Think about it this way. He's in year 19, but he's probably played about 3.5, coming up to closer to 4 seasons of playoff basketball, right? Also, he's played in what, 4 Olympics? Mm-hmm. So let's just say season-wise, he's about 24 seasons into the league right now. Season-wise, 24 years into the league right now. Body, I'm talking about in regards to impact on the body. In year 19, people gonna sit here and say that this man tarnished his legacy? Like, that's people reaching to try to find a way to be negative about LeBron. Mm-hmm. And that's all that is. That's because what it is like, okay, obviously you have, I'm a Jordan. I'm a Jordan is the greatest player of all time person, right? I'm the biggest LeBron fan you're gonna meet though, right? But the problem is there's too many people that can't. appreciate the greatness that is what's happening with in front of him. What happened is 5-10 years from now, once LeBron's out of the league, people will start talking all glowingly about LeBron's whole time in the league.
Mhm.
And bro, stop trying to find ways to be a fucking hater. The man's done great shit for 20 years. 20. You ain't finna tell me that one damn season is tarnished this man's legacy when this man's coming fresh off of what 10 straight appearances in the playoffs, 10 straight appearances in the finals.
Yeah.
You can't tarnish no legacy because the man's starting to get old and breaking down. That ain't tarnishing his legacy. Now, every time that man was on the court, did he ball?
100%.
Did he, homies listening, did he ball? Yay or nay? Because if you say nay, you lying. And you know you lying. So then it comes to the team chemistry. And then I'm sorry, yes, LeBron has a strong say on anything that happens on this team. Anything. Has a strong say on anything that happens on the team. But the man's title ain't GM. And sometimes you got to be the GM that says, hey, LeBron, I know who you want, but I'm putting the team together. And you LeBron. So you're going to be able to figure this shit out. Why? Because you fucking LeBron. Who goes and get fucking trash ass Russell Westbrook? I don't give a fuck if LeBron said he wanted to play with him. GM, do your job. You know what I mean? Like you got as a GM, you have to do your job too.
I know what you mean by that, but I want to address something and I'm gonna come back to that. But
all right.
So the difference with what you said and what I'm saying is I'm not saying LeBron should say, oh, my injury, AD injury. No, I'm not telling him to say anything like that because AD is not the leader of that team. Even though he want him to be the leader of the team, he's not. LeBron is. So I don't like the way that AD answered it. AD answered it the way AD would answer it, and I expect that from him. AD was talking about our injuries. No. When LeBron says my injury, I feel like my injury derailed the season for the Lakers. That means he's taking ownership. He's taking ownership and he's showing accountability in some type of way for the way that the season goes. I never hear LeBron take. I've not heard LeBron take accountability for anything that's happened this year. So even though he's balling, you are the leader, and sometimes that's what happens when you're the leader. Everything falls upon you, especially when you're a GOAT of this time. Now, coming back to what you're saying with the GM, when you're saying as far as the GM, yeah, Rob Pelinka can do that. But we see what can happen if you don't listen to the star and you have a GOAT on the team. Like, you saying, yo, I'm the GM of this team and blah, blah, blah. But then it's going to cause a problem. Eventually, I think LeBron would get over it and then everything would turn out correctly. But it takes a very strong individual to be able to do that.
Then get the person that's able to do that, because what you're saying makes sense. But the thing is, this is where I disagree. Because if the GM does his job correctly, gets the guys that maybe LeBron didn't want, and then they go out and win a championship, guess who ain't mad? LeBron. And guess who will understand that within 20 games of playing with the people that he brought? LeBron. This is simple. If you got him somebody other than Westbrook, got a nigga like a Buddy Hield, or even got DeMar DeRozan, or got a nigga like that who's gonna be more consistent in this year of 2022. I ain't talking about over the terms of their career, right? Because obviously you got to give respect to Westbrook and what he was able to bring, and also you have to give respect to what AD does as well when he's healthy. But the thing is when you have a guy like a Westbrook out there, I'm sorry, a DeRozan or a Hield, a Buddy Hield in 2022 that is better than a Westbrook in 2022. That could probably complement your game better than a Westbrook in 2022.
That's in hindsight, though.
Of course, that's in hindsight. But the thing is you have to have the foresight. You're the GM. You're the GM, bro. You got to make sure it all makes sense and all works out. We knew up front at the beginning when they got Westbrook, that was kind of questionable. We said that ourselves.
100%. But my thing is what I'm saying is, bro, like I hear what you're saying and I feel you on that, but I feel what you're saying and everything, but in the moment and everything like that, that's basically like Rob Pelinka telling LeBron, like, yo, you're a 3-time champion. I know that you came here and won or
three. Yeah, you got the fourth one there.
So I know you're a 4-time champion and you came here and you won a championship, and I know you want Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to tell you no. Like it takes a very strong person to do that. And I think this put the battery in Rob Pelinka's back to where he probably won't ever listen to a player like that again. This probably taught him a very valuable lesson. So if I listen to LeBron and it didn't work out to my favor, who are you? This is probably a learning situation. But in the moment, in the beginning of the year, LeBron comes to you and say, hey, I want Russell Westbrook, even though you know, based on what Magic tells us, Magic tells us that they want DeMar DeRozan, or DeMar DeRozan wanted to come there. Even though you know that, you're going to go against LeBron? Like,
yes. Why? Because Rob Pelinka ain't new to this shit. Why? Because Rob
is new.
No, he's not. Because
he's new as a GM.
And he was the agent of who?
Your agent and GM.
Listen to what I'm. Bro. Please stop acting like people's brains turn off from 1 second to the next. No, your brain still works. You worked with a person who was demanding, right?
For sure.
Demanding. You don't think that Rob Pelinka once in his lifetime told Kobe no? He has to as his agent. He has to as his agent. 100%. Or you ain't a good agent. You know what I'm saying? You ain't a good agent if you can't tell your guy no sometimes.
100%.
Then you go to GM world. You telling me all of a sudden he turned his I could say no to one of the greatest players brain off? No. That's
Kobe and LeBron are two different people.
Doesn't matter. He still has to do his job. And his job is, it wouldn't matter if he was Kobe, or it wouldn't matter if he went to be LeBron's agent instead of being the GM. If LeBron says something and it didn't make sense, he has to be able to have the wherewithal and the balls to say no. Same thing goes for GMs, bro.
I feel you.
Some GMs, they ride the coattails of the star players.
It's easy to say that in hindsight, though.
But of course, it's easier for us to say it. But guess who's getting paid to actually make the decision, though? It's the person that's in place to make the decision. He's getting paid to do that. Then you got to do your damn job correctly. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, he got to do his job correctly.
I feel what you're saying, but
because at the end of the day, it's
situation once you add LeBron in.
It's not though. To me, that's why this is, bro. It's still humans. People keep putting these guys on pedestals. I ain't putting nobody on no pedestal. Everybody's a human. Everybody's a human. So if you're a human, it's
the same thing. It's the same thing like when Tom Brady joins the team. Do you think the team is not going to go by what Tom says? Like, look what just happened.
Everything.
Not everything.
Everything that he says.
Not everything, but
that's what I'm saying.
When it came to players, what happened?
And what happened? Exactly. You said when it comes to players, what happened? They got his players, and then what happened? And then what happened?
They won. In Tom Brady's situation, they won.
And then what happened the next year?
Tom Brady's situation, they got to the playoffs and then they lost.
No. I'm talking about the players that you talking about. You talking about bringing up the players. What player did he bring onto there that may or may not have ended the season with them?
ABC.
But that was a Tom Brady endorsement, right?
100%.
Okay, then my point exactly. Sometimes you have to be able to. I get it. AB. You help them get down. They was gonna make it to the Super Bowl with AB or not. That's my opinion.
But they did try to say they didn't want no AB.
Of course they did. And then what happened? They got him
because
why?
Tom Brady's there,
and that was stupid,
bro.
That was stupid.
Come on.
They know again. Why is it? Come on.
Was it not stupid?
Was it not stupid? It was stupid. Exactly. My point.
I know, but bro, you sitting here acting like you're not dealing with Tom Brady and LeBron, bro.
Of course.
You're saying they're humans. Yes, they're humans, but you've made this point on numerous occasions that certain players get different treatment, bro.
Of course they do. But at the end of the day, when you are a general manager of a team, you have the final say. Period. That's the hierarchy of the game. That's the hierarchy of the game, bro.
That's a cop out to me, bro.
How is it a cop out when that's their job? How is it a cop out when that's their job? How is it a cop out when that's their job?
Of this era,
it doesn't matter. That's that man's job.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. LeBron. Who means more? What person means more to the Lakers right now? Rob Pelinka or LeBron? So who do you think has more clout? Who has more say so? LeBron,
bro. You are making this shit way too simple.
It's that simple.
It's not that simple, bro. Why are you acting like human interaction is simple?
it is that simple in that case.
We talking about millions of dollars, billions of dollars for organizations like the Lakers. That ain't simple shit, bro. You gotta stop that nonsense because you trying to make this shit like it's a nigga on the street and a nigga on the street. No, these are niggas that listen, these are people that are making mega $1 million decisions. If you making mega $1 million decisions and your job is to do what's best for the Lakers organization for that year, yes or no?
Yep.
Yes or no?
Yep.
Your best, putting the best team available on the court that year. Is that not the general manager job? You can think you got me. At the end of the day, you're wrong. And I know I'm right.
Right. So watch this. So like
watch this shit and watch me kill this damn shit.
Well, okay.
Soft ass rebuttal this nigga about to throw my way. Go ahead.
Okay. So watch this. So you said something about it's the GM's position at the end of the day. He's doing mega $1 million and all this other stuff, right?
Yep.
So who else did LeBron tell him to bring onto the team?
Rondo.
Okay, what other prominent player did it? Well, I'm just gonna give it up for you. It's AD, right? He told him to bring AD to the team. They won a championship, right? Okay, so if I win a championship here and I'm already a champion, and then I'm already considered the GOAT, my word has clout. And you thinking it's not that simple, but it is that simple because the report came that the Lakers wanted Buddy Hield, and LeBron and them was butting heads.
Yep.
And then Russell Westbrook comes in town, him and AD meet up and they talking and everything. And then guess who's on the team? Russell Westbrook. Guess what? It's that easy.
Now, let me ask you this, because you think that shit, you think you killed something there, but you really did nothing there. Let me explain something. Let me explain something.
Self-explanatory.
Let me explain something to you, bro. So you're right. LeBron wanted him to get AD, right? Perfect.
Who's on the team?
Let me get my shit off because I ain't say nothing while you was talking, bro. So AD got him on the team. They won a championship. Fantastic. That was a good move. It's not that hard to realize, hey, we should go get AD. That's a move that would actually benefit LeBron's game, right? They had Buddy Hield on the line. They had Buddy Hield on the line, ready to go. And LeBron said, hey, no, I want Russell Westbrook, bro. And as good of a decision as that was for LeBron to get AD, we on this podcast sat there. We were able to see it with our own two eyes, foresight, to say that shit ain't finna work. And if we can say that, guess who else? If we can see that, you can't tell me that Rob Pelinka can't see that, right? Rob Pelinka's job is to put the best team available possible on that court. That's when you got to go and have a tough decision, a tough conversation with LeBron. And if LeBron then wants to take it up to the busts,
no, because that's where it went.
Then
you think this stopped with Rob Pelinka? No,
of course it didn't stop. Of course it didn't stop. Ain't nobody. Everybody knows that.
So who do you think told him to get? Who do you think told him the final say to go get Russell Westbrook, bro? Jeannie Buss.
Yeah, and that's also a bad fucking idea.
So it's not Rob's fault. You trying to say it's the GM? It's not Rob's fault.
It's still the GM. It's still the GM, bro.
Okay, bro.
It's still the GM.
Okay. I mean, you're gonna say that, but it's who made the final say? Who has the final say? The owner, Jeannie. It's Jeannie Buss' fault. That's whose fault it is. It's not Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka said, "I want Buddy Hield or Buddy Hield."
Rob Pelinka.
Okay.
If you got
you just stubborn.
No, stop cutting me off and let me get my point across. Rob Pelinka, you got to take your ass over to Jeannie Buss, and sometimes you just got to have the most convincing argument. That's a point blank in the discussion. You got to make it make sense for everybody, because LeBron is thinking this is my dog, and I'm sorry, we could have got actual dogs on the court as opposed to this my dog. And sometimes, yes, LeBron has a lot of pull. Never once did I say he didn't. Never once did I say he didn't have a lot of stroke in that room. You as a general manager have to find a way to get the damn job done, though, because you got to understand, you got to find a way to get over LeBron, tough, admittedly, but you got to get over LeBron and make something work there. Because you got to, sometimes LeBron ain't a GM. Yes or no? Is he a GM or not?
Yes.
Is his title a GM, Shay? Stop be real with me here. Stop being.
I'm being for real. This nigga is a player GM and stop playing, bro.
I'm asking, what is this man's title? He's a basketball player.
He's a basketball player.
I'm asking you for actual
100%.
answers, not no shit that people keep coming up with. Is he a player? Is he an actual general manager of a team? Yes or no?
No.
Thank you. If he's not an actual general manager of the team, then the general manager have to find a way to get that shit out of LeBron because, hey, you are not actually the guy. Yes, you will have good ideas. You're LeBron. You'll have good ideas, but your ideas ain't always going to be great. They said the same thing about Jordan and some of his ideas. Not always being great. And this stems, how does this stem all the way back to is his legacy tarnished? And hell no, his shit ain't tarnished. Fuck out of here. You can say his general managership is tarnished. But
his what?
His general management.
Oh, okay.
If you want,
he ain't no general manager, but he got general management that he need to work on.
let's break this down because you're being real playing with me right now. I don't understand what's going on. We know that quote unquote LeBron is the quote unquote GM, right?
Okay, but
I asked you what his actual title was, and you actually came at me with the GM. That's not his actual title, Chase. I was being very straightforward.
I know, but you was like, and what other people be saying about, okay. So we're gonna agree to disagree. So you agree, so you think it's Rob Pelinka fault. I'm saying it's LeBron, as far as the Russell Westbrook project, LeBron and Jeannie Buss fault. And the crazy the trade rumor about Russ is they actually got a partner, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Who?
Charlotte Hornets.
What they giving up?
The rumor is Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier.
Oh, that would be a lot better for him. That'd be a lot better for the Lakers in general. Because I'm sorry, yo. And like when I say this, I don't mean this. It's gonna be disrespectful, but I don't mean it as disrespectfully. Russell Westbrook is washed, nigga. Washed. Compared to him. Compared to his own stats, compared to his own situation. He is washed. Period.
I'm gonna go wash for this season. I don't think it's I'm gonna have to see if it's a universal thing. That it's like this, what happened went is going beyond this year. But he gotta go, he gotta have a Space Jam 3.
Who?
Russ has got to be the star of Space Jam 3, and he got to get his power back from that dress that he wore. Because ever since he put on the dress, bro, his powers got drained, bro. He put on that dress, and his powers is in that picture, bro. That's what it is.
This nigga's stupid. Yo, no, man,
bro.
I'm sorry, bro, but he's washed right now, bro. And like
that's washed right. I'm gonna say he's washed right. I think it's all mental though. Look, I don't know if Jordan can save him because I think Jordan's trying to get him in because that's his boy. He's been Jordan brand for a minute, so I think Jordan's trying to get him on, get his mind right. And I think under Jordan's tutelage, Jordan can get him back. Will he ever be the Russell Westbrook from back then? I don't know.
Why would they get him though?
I don't know.
You have LaMelo.
That's why I was like, I don't know. But here's the thing.
That wouldn't make no damn sense.
If Jordan can get him to come off the bench, that would work out. That's the only way it'll work out.
I would be so mad at him if he actually did that. Because why didn't you do that with the Lakers? That's where they really needed you.
Yeah, because
that's where they really needed you.
He wasn't there yet, though. Think about Melo. It took Melo a minute, too. It took Melo a minute to think about, okay, I'll come off the bench. It's their egos, bro. That's a major ego hit. I'm up here. Now you want me to come here?
Yes.
You can't just do it like that. You said they're humans. You just said earlier they're humans. They're not just gonna come down.
Of course. No. I know. Of course, human. You gotta always take the human factor into equation. But bro, as a head coach, let me explain. Let me break this. This is how I do it. I'd be like, I make this real simple for you, since things are so simple. Right. Hey man, I'm gonna play you a tape of Kentucky basketball. University of Kentucky. University of Kentucky runs the most gangster shit on earth in college basketball. Like, well, they did for a minute anyway. They would have a starting lineup of 5 stars, and then follow in the bench. They would just cycle in a whole nother lineup of 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason the reason that obviously worked so well is you got great players on both levels, and that's why they were easily dominating teams at that time. In that time period,
right?
That's the same kind of shit you got to kind of try to preach, especially when you be like, "Look, man, I'm gonna sit you down and I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you." And Russ, I know this is gonna be tough for you to hit. We on the back end of your career, and I'm trying to extend that shit for you. Keep it at 1,000. I want you to still go out there and still be that gangster nigga, that ball out there, that dog out there. And I want you to do that with Melo off the bench, and y'all be the second team. So then when we dominating teams, so when we even in the West, and you got guys like you got the teams like the Warriors, where when Steph and Clay come off the court, it's a different team, and they not as effective. Imagine you and Melo playing a two-way basketball, two-man game like crazy, off the bench. Right. We're gonna still give you a solid big too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they had solid bigs in LA for a minute at least, and then they stopped. Not solid, but they had decent enough bigs.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of shit you got to preach to them.
Nah, I feel what you're saying, my G. I feel what you're saying, but bro, like you're telling him to humble himself. It's as simple as that. You're really telling him to humble himself, and
that's
what Westbrook. What I'm saying, like for me, like because I'm a Westbrook. I was a Westbrook guy, so I just don't study. I just don't look at like how he plays. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking into this guy. I see how he talks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What's in his mind? I used to be MVP.
That's why you have a nigga like
Melo
on the team.
For sure.
Melo is because this what Melo can actually teach this young, not young, because he's been in the league for 11 years now, 12 years.
He's like 33. He's like 33.
You got to teach this guy. You got the guy already on the team that had to do this, right? That had to do this. Melo looked up. Russell Westbrook dug Melo's game and respected 100%. And respects Melo.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that happened though. I think that did happen.
We don't know that at all. We don't know that at all.
But I'm saying like not to tell him to come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? But I think Melo was counseling Russ through this.
Well, how do we even know that? What would make you even think that? There's nothing that even points to that. There's literally nothing that points to that. So don't
because I look. I not only did I look at Russ, but I look at Melo, and that's what Melo does. That's what he do. That's what he does wherever he goes.
I hear what you're saying. We just have no evidence of that actually.
But that's not even here or there. But right. You know what I'm saying? What's here and there is that if Russ goes to Charlotte, I think the only way that it'll work if he come off the bench, you cannot take the ball out of LaMelo's hands
at all. It wouldn't. That would never work. That I'm telling you right.
And they said the main reason that they'll do it is because they want to keep Miles Bridges and LaMelo together.
Okay.
So
I knew this damn segment was going to be the longest part of the damn show. Well, I just knew it. I knew it.
But let's get into some real talk.
Hey man, let's jump over here to it's playoff times, man. you know, we got you feel me? It's playoff times when just so L. I wish I would know he would pick up. Because I would call Ryan right now. Because I need to talk to Ryan. Because we tried to tell y'all niggas. Hold on, let me see if we tried to tell y'all niggas.
Go ahead and get your.
The Heat was gonna be first, nigga.
Get it off.
What we told you about Tyler? What we told you about all them boys? What we told you about Heat culture? Y'all sat around and talked about, oh man, the Jimmy Butler was out here fighting with Eric Spoelstra. The Heat's going down the drain, Number 1 seed in the East.
Consistently.
Holla at your boy, man.
consistently.
Yo, Ryan, what's popping, dog? You know what it is, man. Heat Nation, stand up. White hot heat in this motherfucker. You feel me? You feel me? White hot heat in this thing, man. Huh? All right, my bad. As we were. Oh, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Sam, are you done?
I'm done.
You done?
I'm done.
Floor is open.
Heat, bitch. I'm done.
All right. So I mean, since we talking about the Heat, you know, they're projected to play the Nets.
Well, are they?
I mean, that's the highest projection that I've seen.
Well,
from the NBA, from NBA.com, they're projected to play the Heat.
Okay, so we had this conversation the other day, right?
For sure.
Where
I ain't understand that bit for like 15 minutes.
yeah. We're looking at how the seeding would work depending on who wins and who doesn't. If the Nets beat the Cavaliers, the Nets are the 7th seed. And then the Cavaliers would go on to play against the winner of 9 and 10 to see who would be the number 8 seed. Right. But this is the conversation we were having, because I was like, look, man, it's a one game scenario. Cavaliers can absolutely go out there and win one game against the Nets. Do I think they will? I don't. Look,
that's all I was saying. I was just like, if you tell me Nets or Cavs, I'm going Nets.
Yeah, I'm just saying since it's not a series. For sure, since it's not a series, it's a much higher possibility than if it was a 3-game series.
No, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
You feel me? So, like, if the Nets beat the Cavs, then no, we don't play the Nets in the 8th seed, because they'll be a 7th seed, and then we'll play the Cavs or whoever the hell is 9 and 10, the winner of that game.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but no. But hey, if the Cavs win, then we got Brooklyn, and we gonna bust their head wide open too.
For real. Because if I make if we got predictions, like let's say we do a little predictions here, the first game, let's just say based on NBA.com, it's the Heat versus Boston. So you going Heat?
Heat versus Boston.
I'm sorry, Heat versus Nets.
Yeah, I'm going Heat.
I would go Nets.
You think me? This guy.
I just gotta verify. We gotta put you on wax. You feel me?
Make sure. Better dang well, man. Like, bro, when it's one of my teams, I don't go against them.
You know how to try you a little bit.
You know, look, I will never go against my team on wax. Never.
Ever.
Never go against.
Hey, you ain't do it in the
March Madness.
No, in the bubble too.
Yeah.
When the Lakers versus the Heat, you ain't go against it then.
I ain't go against the Heat.
All right, but let's go to game 2. Game 2. Philly is projected to be Philly versus Toronto. Who you got?
Philly. Landslide. Yo,
Toronto beat Philly the other day though.
Yeah. Philly in 5. You feel me?
Hopefully James Harden shows up.
Yeah. No, see, James Harden to show up in the first round. When that's never been a problem.
Yeah.
It's second to thirds. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Who you got?
Oh, Philly.
Okay.
Philly because Embiid.
All right.
Embiid ain't going out first round, I think.
I don't think so either. He already had that one crushing one. But, that was bad.
But yeah, Embiid's playing way better now.
Absolutely. Whole nother level.
MVP level. Celtics versus Bulls. Ooh, our boys versus our boys. The boy versus the boy.
Hey, damn. Hey. See, that's a tough one.
That's a nice one.
Bro, I want that to go 7 games.
That got to go 7.
I want that to go 7 games.
DeRozan
that's my shit right there.
DeRozan and Levine versus Tatum and Brown.
Come on, bro. What?
Nasty.
What? And I got the Celtics.
I got the Bulls because of Vucevic. Vucevic is going to be the difference in that.
I do like Vucevic. Man.
Vucevic can play outside, inside. Yep. Boy, that boy nasty.
Yep.
Underrated.
Jaylen Brown gonna go crazy, but
Levine gonna smash on somebody.
But that boy Tatum is gonna snap on niggas, dog. Bro, he's got that cold-bloodedness though. Tatum, that is.
Finally,
that ice in his veins.
Finally.
I mean, hey, look, he's always had it. He just wasn't.
He just needed to manifest
He
it.
just needed to be. He needed more time to show that he can be more consistent
He's
with
there.
it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to disagree with you
Bruh.
no more. But when we were talking before,
he still was showing it.
Not. He's not what he is. Of course, he's not. But of course,
he also got
players can regress though.
No,
so we have to give him. We have to give him that respect.
That's fact. And also, we also have to take into account he had that one season where everything got changed, and then everything went back to normal,
and everything was on his shoulders though.
Because the problem is I think his growth got stunted with the Kyrie bullshit.
For sure, 100%.
Both him and Jaylen Brown, both of them got stunted with that Kyrie shit. That put him a season behind.
100%. Or not a season behind. It stalled him.
Yeah.
Well, it does put him a season behind.
Because he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing to the potential he could be playing at like he's playing now. You know what I mean? He wasn't getting the opportunities like he's getting now because Kyrie was Kyrie. You know what I mean?
But
you have to respect that too.
But you know who was balling and still wasn't getting that respect?
Who that?
Zach.
Man, Zach LaVine always got his respect. Zach LaVine is
just now starting to get his respect like Devontae Adams.
Bro.
Like just now.
No.
They was not giving him no respect because he wasn't winning.
Zach LaVine, man, they was giving Kyrie his respect when he was on the Cavs and it was going like 14 and so.
Zach wasn't getting that respect.
But listen, he already had his respect with the dunk contest. That the dunk contest gave him enough respect that his name rung in the league well before it probably should have.
But it's different, like you say, it's levels to things, right?
But he ain't got to it. He ain't got to that level yet, though.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's there.
No, he's not there until he shows he's there. That's all I'm saying. But listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Because you thinking that's being mad disrespectful. No, I know we all know what type of game he got. He has the respect for the type of game he got, but he also needs to gain the respect of saying that he's got it in those situations. That's it. That's the same thing with Kyrie before LeBron got there. We knew that Kyrie can ball. We knew that Kyrie can get, he had that game. We respected that game. The thing is, we can't, because of the organization he was in and the team they kept around him, we never got to see him have that opportunity in the playoff. That's it. That ain't saying, hey, we ain't respecting your game. No, we just now, your game has to translate to playoff time. That's it.
I agree with what you just said. The only part I'm talking about with the dunk thing, taking it back to that, there's a different respect. He had to gain that respect as far as being an overall player because they would just consider him an athlete and a dunker. So he had to get to a certain level that he is right now. Is you can't stop him.
The thing is,
like though, nobody in my opinion, nobody in the league can stop Zach LaVine and what they do, or Zach LaVine, and they don't. What they don't understand is he's decided to take a back seat to DeRozan to let DeRozan shine. So I think when they get in the playoffs, he's about to snap off. That's my prediction.
He just has to show it in the playoffs.
30-point games.
30-point games are great, but in the crunch time,
it's going to DeMar.
Right. But
he's giving that up.
And that's the only thing that's going to like not necessarily hinder his ability to gain that respect. But like, it's just like, hey man, if we still haven't seen you do it in the crunch time, because if it's going to go to DeRozan, and respectfully so, you know what I'm saying? But if it's going to go to DeRozan, we still have yet to see you do it in the moment then, because putting up points is one thing, but putting up points when they matter is another. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like
even though he could be given the possibility to be clutch, you know what I'm saying?
I would love to see that though. I would love to see
split it, but I'm just saying the trajectory of which this season is gone is LaVine has had a few game-winning shots, but the majority of them is going to DeMar. Okay. Yeah, but that's gonna be a nice series. Obviously, we're gonna be
watching that one, bro.
Yeah, we gotta be watching that one, bro. Okay, next one: Bucks versus Cleveland. Bucks.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Suns going to the West. Suns versus Clippers.
Suns.
Can we give some major respect to Ty Lue?
Of course. Ty Lue is a great coach.
Like, it's solidified now, though. Stamp. Like I don't want nobody can say anything about Ty Lue. Like,
too many people thought that Ty Lue, because he had LeBron.
But you got to be able to manage egos, and you still got to be able to coach.
And he makes in-game In-game adjustments, bro. Jinx me in this thing, bro.
Him versus Spoelstra in the finals would be disgusting.
Yes, because those are probably. All right,
I want to see that.
I still put Spoelstra as one the top 2 coaches in the NBA. That's going to be me personally because it don't matter.
Not disagree with that.
It don't matter
I'm
what
his Spo, but who else? We talking Kerr, Popovich,
currently, Popovich, legendary.
I don't know about Kerr because you got Steph and Clay. Like
we just talked about.
Can you give me a minute?
We just talked about. We just talked about people not getting their respect just because of the players. Yeah, we just said that. We just said it. You just said it, and then you came back.
I'm talking about Ty Lue though, because when Kerr don't got Steph, when he don't got Steph, or like last year we see they didn't have Clay, they didn't make it to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ty Lue ain't had Paul George and Kawhi majority of the season, and they still
keep it 1,000. It wasn't just Clay that was out last year for Golden State. My bad. It wasn't just Clay out.
Right.
Draymond was out for a hot minute.
So that's comparable because he didn't have Paul George and he didn't have Kawhi for the majority of the season. Paul George been hurt too.
I know, but it's not comparable.
Paul George and Draymond, and then Kawhi to Clay.
Listen, Paul, you can have Curry all you want, right? And Curry gonna drain a lot of points. But if you only getting if you getting small points out of guys that you need to have, that's going to be filling in these spots, too much pressure on one guy.
I feel you.
Clippers is now this year. Warriors are, even if you got one guy out, you got a lot of people around,
for sure,
like that. But Clippers, they got a squad in regards to look at what they doing. No Kawhi. Look at what they doing. No Kawhi right now, bro.
Reggie Jackson is big for that.
But we got off track.
Yeah.
It's I'm going Suns. I'm going Suns.
I'm going Phoenix Suns.
The Phoenix Suns.
The Phoenix Suns.
The Phoenix Suns.
Next one's Dallas versus Utah.
One of these great series. This is like the Boston Chicago series of the West to me.
Luka versus Donovan.
Yeah,
our boys. Your boy Luka, my boy Donovan playing each other.
How we got this? How we doing this again? Look, this is what I do love about the NBA. You see the new stars that's coming.
I'm happy Luka made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, but this is the beauty of the
Luka
NBA,
in the
though,
playoffs
bro.
Might be nasty.
This is the beauty of the NBA, dog, because we see the stars, bro. We see the stars. We know who the guys are. We know exactly who's gonna be that next guy up.
Yeah,
like it ain't nothing holding back Ja except for time, because he ain't been here long enough to really establish everything that he needs to establish. But as time progresses, Ja's gonna be able to do anything and everything. Let's get to that. We go
Dallas versus Utah. Who you got?
Dallas.
Who you got?
I got Dallas, man. I know that's a tough one for me, actually.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas too. I think Luka's about to go.
Luka's about to go crazy.
Luka's about to go off, bro.
Luka about to go crazy, dog. And
Luka about to go crazy.
I'm here to see that.
Yeah, he's about to snap. Donovan is too. My boy gonna do his thing. But
Donovan Mitchell, I love that guy. He just still takes too many shots for the amount of points.
His efficiency needs to go up.
If
he became more efficient, he might be MVP candidate.
He would be MVP if he can get his shot percentage at a much higher clip.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how many shots he gets to
take advantage of that mid range because he can eat, bro. He's going by people easy.
Think about how he could. And it's not even the fact that he's taking so many shots; it's that he has the green light to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And when you got the green light to do it, but you can be more efficient with your shots,
you need to go to a coach.
Yes, he's a guy that I wish
Knicks.
You know who I would love for him to get a mentored by? Wade.
He is
more because clearly we need more because take advantage of your mid range.
He need that.
Get to the rack.
He do that. But
he can do that. But take advantage of that mid game.
He be trying to shoot a lot of threes now.
Like, bro,
he be draining them, but still.
But twos are good too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if you got a better, higher percentage of actually making those.
I think that's what Melo said. Jordan told him that changed his game when he became scoring champion. He said, like, yo, just make 3-4 shots in the first quarter. Pick your spots. 3-4 shots in the second quarter. 3-4 shots in the fourth quarter.
And go crazy.
That's and if you own, you know what I'm saying, you already above 20 right there. You're already above 20. And then if you get free throws, then you go on, then you start
and exactly.
And then you got free throws.
And Donovan apply pressure by getting into the rack, getting yourself to the trouble. Get yourself to the free throw line, get you easy shots.
Right.
He would dominate. He would be so much more dominant than he is currently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think eventually he's gonna really have to show that he can get that part done.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna have a ceiling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to see a ceiling.
And I think his ceiling might come to his it might be within him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's gonna be something that he's going to have to do. But the next series is Golden State, projected to be Golden State versus the Nuggets.
Steph gonna be back?
That's my asterisk.
Let's see, because that means a lot, you know. I think honestly, I don't know how much it means. This would be a good test for my theory, though, if Steph isn't there. You know what I mean?
About what?
About Clay. This would be a great step. This would be a great step in that theory. You know what I mean? I think that Golden State still has a lot, even if you take Steph off the court, and I think that makes them still too dangerous.
Yep.
So I got to go with Golden State.
I'm with you there, but if Steph's not playing, I'm going Nuggets.
True.
Joker. Simple reason.
Yeah, I like. Trust me, Joker is obviously in the back of everybody's mind when we talk about this series to begin with, but
bro, I think they said
there's a difference, but this is where the difference between 2 and 3 really matters. And yes, they got. Look, this is no disrespect to the Nuggets squad. You know what I mean? Like I ain't disrespecting them at all. I just feel like when you got a nigga like Andrew Wiggins that's like third option, that's a luxury, bro.
For real,
that's a luxury. Dog.
I forgot about Wiggs because I was thinking about Poole.
That's a luxury to have Wiggs, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
They're gonna be a problem,
and especially if they can push this to
and
7.
He's playing under control. Andrew Wiggins is playing under control, like you playing up to his speed.
Kerr, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because Kerr he changed him like that
instantly, dog.
Andrew Wiggins
he didn't get Andrew Wiggins to be number 1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins because I don't think that existed Andrew Wiggins. I think that was just
propped up media hype. Yeah.
But I do think that we are in a situation where you look at Wiggins now.
I ain't gonna lie though, I did think he'll be like a Ja though.
I thought he would too, but it just I don't think that's in him.
That's not what
I don't think that is his comfortable spot.
Yeah.
I think his comfortable spot ended up being where he is now.
Yeah.
It just sucks that because he's going to be looked at as a bust as a number 1 overall pick for him anyway. That's going to suck for him. But at the end of the day, bro, you about to win championships.
If he wins the championship, I don't think you can tie bust to it because he's going to be a part of it.
I guess, but
once
he comes back, like he's practically a fourth option. You know what I'm saying?
You're right though.
If Steph comes back, he's a fourth option.
You're right.
So
how's he a fourth?
How's
he a fourth?
All right, so we got Steph, Clay.
Yeah.
I would put
Poole,
possibly.
I don't know. I'm taking Wiggs over Poole.
Of course. But I'm just talking about how their team flows.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
But
like individually, yeah, no. Ain't no question. You know what I mean?
But yo, one quick fact real quick. Joker's the first player in NBA history with 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists.
He's the fastest to do it
first
in a season.
Yep.
2,000 what?
2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds,
and 500 assists.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that being a thing. I can see that being the first overall. Yeah, because that's a
lot, bro.
That's a lot. It's a lot. It's a huge. Hey, man, Joker is not
500 assists.
Joker is not one to be fucked with. You know what I mean? Like Joker.
They do play a lot of games.
But at the end of the day, he's the
bro.
He's the best passing big man in the league. You know what I mean? Like
he might be the best passing big man ever.
Let me see. Why you do this already?
Who?
Look, man, let's do some research first before we just
who passed like that. That's big. I'm just saying, just a quick, just not on anything on wax, but like who passed better than him? Like I can't think of no big man that passed like that.
We on wax though right now. You just said not on wax. We clearly are talking this live.
I feel you. I feel you on that, but I'm just like.
Or recorded for the homies that's gonna be listening tomorrow. Hey man, but yeah, all right.
Man, but last game,
yeah.
Grizzlies versus the Wolves.
Grizzlies. Like,
what are we doing? Shout out to Karl Anthony Towns for getting his boys.
Hey, shout out to Cat, man. You know what I mean? It's still a baller. He's kind of soft-ish, but shout out to Cat.
I think he's kind of changed that. He's changed that narrative.
Yeah, he's going to change that narrative when he get in the playoffs. I know that much. But he ain't going to do it against Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Ja. He ain't doing it against Ja. I'm waiting to see Ja.
Bam
on that nigga, dog. Oh, because you know he want to.
You know he want to.
You know he want to.
You know that's what you want.
Because he one of them dudes that want to come in and make a name for himself, and he's done it. But he wants to really solidify his name in this league.
Yes, bro.
You know, you could feel that,
bro.
You could feel that in his game.
He like in those moments, that's where he's most comfortable. He's like, "Ooh, I've been training for this. Like, you about to get this, bro."
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going Grizz too.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Grizz.
All right, what else we got, man? What we got next, man?
Bro, tell me your top 3 NBA playoff performances, like a game.
Okay.
Like
just single game.
Like single game.
My top 3. Huh. All right. At number 3, I got LeBron versus Boston in 2012. My dog had the mean mug. You know what I'm saying? He had that, I'm locked in face. Came out, dropped 45, 15, and 5. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason he had 5 because niggas was missing them shots, bro.
Yeah.
Them 5, he could have easily had 45, 15, and 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how that man came out there, was locked in. You wasn't doing nothing against that man, bro. Number 2. I got the big Aristotle. Shaquille O'Neal. I got Shaq. 2001 versus Sacramento. That boy had 44 points, 21 rebounds, 7 blocks. 7 blocks, nigga. What? I remember watching
21 rebounds.
I remember watching this game on my home. 44 points, 21 rebounds, 7 blocks.
Jesus.
And my number 1 performance, I don't even know if it's real. It might have been food poisoning. Might have been the flu. Might have been hungover. Might have been a combination of all that. But it's the flu game. Jordan, 97 versus Jazz. With the flu. 38, 7, and 5. 38 on their head tops when homies wasn't even out here taking as many threes. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, Think about if Jordan was shooting more threes in 97.
For sure.
How crazy that would have been. Like his point totals per game.
It would have been dope.
Like if he was playing in today's era.
Yeah.
Who's stopping Jordan? What? Yeah, that's my top 3 though, bro. Who you got?
Number 3, Allen Iverson versus the Lakers 2001.
What he did?
I don't know. I didn't get the stats.
You didn't get the stats?
I didn't get the stats. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
But I can look them up. But Allen Iverson versus the Lakers. What I do know is that's the game where he crossed back and hit that shot back and then stepped over Ty Lue.
The infamous step over Ty Lue game when Ty Lue had the braids. Okay. True.
Number 2 is the Tracy McGrady playoff game where he hit I think he scored 20 points in 13 seconds or something like that.
I remember that game. Yeah, that was nuts too. I guess I could have put Reggie Miller in there too. But go ahead, continue.
That's my number 2, and my number 1 is the Jazz game where he freaking Michael Jordan versus the Jazz where he pushed off a little bit, but I'm gonna say cross Bill Russell real quick and hit that.
That wasn't Bill Russell,
or not Bill Russell.
Start with it. It's E.
It's a something Russell.
Is it?
Yeah, it was baldhead dude. Number 3.
I remember. I can't remember.
His last name was Russell.
Okay,
Byron Russell or whatever. Brian Russell. I don't know.
Anyway, but it's a Russell.
It's a Russell. But he crossed cuz and then hit that 2 to win the game. Bro, I was like, that right there for me was when I said he's definitely the GOAT.
See, we looked at Jordan so in with nostalgia eyes, and also when we were looking at him, and so with such young eyes, also like Jordan wasn't perfect. He just always seemed to make it seem like he was perfect at all times.
Right.
Like
he was clutch.
But not always. And we don't remember the shots that he missed. Now, granted, it was never like game or series ending, clutch situations that he didn't deliver in. It would just go to the next game or whatever, but not always. And I was hit in the face with that when I watched this YouTube video earlier this week. It was the Jordan's non-clutch moments, and I was like, "Damn, he had a lot of missed shots at the end of the game." But like when I'm young,
that earlier on though,
it did. I honestly, it was throughout his career, but like
because I know earlier on when he was scoring a lot of points,
yeah,
he had that problem at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
But he got over that hump.
Exactly. Every player has to. You know what I mean? Like no player comes in and got all the answers.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like no.
Especially when you're playing the bad boy Pistons, the freaking Boston Celtics.
Them bad boy Pistons when they used to beat his ass, bro.
The Lakers,
the Knicks. You know,
Pacers.
Was it Charles Haley? Whoo! Hey man,
he was on the team at first.
Hey man, that's a tough little lineup to run through, bro.
For real, bro.
All right, yo.
But yeah.
What we got next, man? Hey, man.
Genius move.
Let's slide over to some little entertainment talk, man, because this boy Mike Tyson,
he crazy,
has now come out with some edibles called the Mike Bites that are in the shape of ears,
partially bitten
to resemble when he bit the ear of Evander Holyfield. Bruh, genius. That's a hell of a creative. Did Mike come up with that himself?
I don't know.
Because
if he did,
I just want to hear how Mike pitches that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hear that man Mike be like, so I have a grand idea. Let's have edibles, but the edibles will be in the shape of ears. Kind of like how I bit Evander Holyfield's ear off when I told him I was going to eat his children, you know?
So I'm going to let you do that about Mike.
Look, man. Hey, man. Mike know the vibes.
I do not partake.
Hey, Mike, man, you know the vibes, dog. You know it's all love around here.
But yo, Logan, there's a potential that he can fight Logan Paul.
Look, man, if Logan Paul go out here and fight Mike Tyson, Logan Paul is the best bag go getter I've seen in a hot minute, dog. Like
Mike said, if he does fight him, he going straight at him.
Yeah, he gonna knock him out too. But like, regardless, that man Logan Paul is the best bag getter on earth, bruh.
Straight up.
Like, didn't also Logan Paul step in the ring with Floyd?
Correct.
Then Logan Paul went and just did WrestleMania this past weekend
and balled out.
And then you go get a bag against Mike Tyson, the best bag getter of 2020 of the 2020s.
Yes,
it's Logan Paul, bro,
or the Paul brothers.
The Paul brothers, because they both out there getting bags.
Yeah.
What a life to live where you can just be a douchebag on YouTube for several years and flip that to be, oh, I can go land anywhere and go get a bag.
Then talking about in a couple of years, I want to fight Canelo Alvarez.
Is he trying to die?
That's what he said.
That's what it said. The boy sound like he's trying to die.
He said he want to fight Canelo in a little bit.
Hey man, that man trying to die. Yo, Will Smith left the Academy, bro. He left the Academy officially.
It wasn't just a rumor.
Nah, it wasn't gonna be just a rumor, man. Because at the end of the day, unfortunately, they made that seem like that was worse than some of the shit that some of these other Hollywood folks be doing. You know what I mean? Like Epstein won some shit, and y'all ain't kick him out. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. It's Hollywood, bro.
You know.
At the end of the day,
you know how
y'all know that everybody in Hollywood ain't clean.
But apparently, they said that his punishment is he's banned for 10 years from any Academy events.
So we going back to boycotting them? True. Like this ain't their first time boycotting y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just this time y'all got us. You know what I mean? Like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, I'm gonna tell you what's not gonna happen. I can tell you right now that these directors and stuff, they ain't finna stop going calling Will Smith. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's gonna mess up the bag a little bit, but he's gonna be able to. I mean, he got his own money; he can do his own thing.
Of course, man. And at the end of the day, bro, shout out to you.
That don't mean he can't make movies, put them on Netflix.
You know what I mean? Like, there's moves to be made. There's moves to be made here.
Yeah, he can still. What they got? Amazon, freaking, how many different platforms they got where he can release something?
Bro,
and you think one of these people ain't gonna do? He probably gonna make more money that way.
Will got the bag, bro.
He can make more. This might be the play.
Will about to show you how it is,
bro. This might be the play, bro.
Y'all seen all these independent rappers out here. Will about to show you how it is to be an independent actor out here in this bitch, and come out here and start dropping movies galore. But them bitches be fired. The Academy gonna be pissed that they can't touch them things.
Exactly. They're gonna be, we cut it down to
ain't no cut served. Down. It ain't no cut down. You come at me, come at Will with that bullshit if you want to. You're gonna get Chris rocked. Yeah,
and you're already doing things with Bel Air. Like, come on, he's already doing things.
Exactly, man. Like, look, man, they trying to quote unquote save face for no damn reason, man.
Yeah.
All right, yo, what kind of music we got? You seen any new music that came out that we should know about?
My boy Quan on Breaking Rules. Shout out to Breaking Rules podcast.
Yes, sir.
He interviewed somebody named Chief Apollo. That's from, I think he said Carroll City.
Okay. Yeah, Carroll City. Yeah, because I heard that
Miami.
In the song.
Yeah, so Carroll City, and but he also been here in Duval.
Yeah.
He said since he was like 16, and he shouts us out in one of his songs. But he got an album out called The Last Rapper that I think people should check out. The song Going Hard is a hit, definitely. So you should definitely listen to it. You probably add that to your playlist. But yeah, so we got a Florida dude.
Yep.
Chief Apollo, The Last Rapper. I thought that was some good music. But as far as mainstream, I haven't really tapped into anything mainstream. Freddie Gibbs came out with something called Ice Cream with Rick Ross.
Yep.
That's probably the newest. He put a video out to it too.
Yeah. Shout out to Fabio Foreign dropping Bible today. I was supposed to tap into that earlier. Certain drill people I can listen to, like not all of them, but Certain ones I can, man. Wiz and Big Crit dropped the project today.
Word.
Yeah. Correction. Let me make sure I got this right for y'all. Wiz, Big Crit, and Smoke DZA.
I'm not surprised that happened.
Dropped the project today
because Crit was just on.
And Girl Talk. Girl Talk is there too. I don't know who that is, but it's Wiz, Big Crit, Smoke DZA, and Girl Talk. I don't know who Girl Talk is, but
Smoke or Big Crit was just on Smoke DZA's podcast, the Personal Party podcast.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
True,
so I'm not surprised.
That's dope. I want to check this project out actually because I fuck with everybody in this. I don't know Girl Talk, but hey, if they
this is it. I definitely think he's underrated.
Yeah,
super underrated as a lyricist.
Oh, Paul Wall got a new project. Shout out to him. I'm just trying.
Oh, wow, baby.
Oh, De Niro Ferrari.
What you know by me?
I gotta check out this new.
Oh, De Niro.
Ooh. I gotta check out the new De Niro Ferrari.
De Niro be riding. Ooh, we got some projects.
Yeah, he got a little three. He got a little 3-pack that is
little 3-piece.
Little
3-piece in a biscuit.
Might have to check that one out. You know what I'm saying? If we go over to R&B real quick, let me just see if we got anything new that's dropped out there. The new Sid project. Make sure y'all go tap into that. I've only listened to like 2 songs off that one, but go tap into that because I'm sure it's gonna be great because she put out fantastic music.
No doubt.
That's all I got for R&B for right now.
Okay.
But yeah, look, man, if y'all know some music too that we ain't got our ear to yet,
drop a comment.
Let
us know what's out there.
We slide in the DMs on Instagram or Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Homie Studios, find us there.
Let us know what we should be listening to. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, let's talk about new music. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Jay-Z and Faizon Love, bro. So, like, what was it? A year ago?
Yeah.
Faizon was coming out talking about how this man Jay-Z never really sold drugs and stuff like that, and like
he's made money off of or that's why he that's the part about him that he doesn't like telling stories about things that he didn't do is what he said.
See, now
and it has an effect on kids, and now kids think that they have to go out there and sell in order to be where they want to be. So he thinks it's a negative message.
Hey man, if you don't want your kids to listen to it, then don't, and keep your. I know this is easier said than done, but you got to keep your kids away from it. Like that doesn't change. So we could talk about Jay-Z, who as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, Faizon Love wasn't in Marcy with Jay-Z when they was growing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you to talk about this man or what he did or didn't do?
Mm-hmm.
Like for what? Like I seen a little clip and like, why were you going that hard? So Jay-Z comes out. I'm sorry, Pusha T comes out with the track, right? And how did Jay-Z open his verse? The man said,
"The phase I'm on, love.
The phase I'm on, love. I wouldn't believe it either. I'd be like, Jay-Z's a cheater. I wouldn't listen to reason either. All I know is he's a felon. How is he selling? So, the phase I'm on, the phase on love. You know what I'm saying? And then he just lets it be known. Like he says, I wouldn't believe it either. I'd be like Jay-Z the cheater. I wouldn't listen to reason either. See, that part, that's the line there for me. I wouldn't listen to reason either. Why are you sitting here talking this nonsense, bro, when you don't even you can't even listen? He don't even respect the fact that where this man came from. You know what I'm saying?
And another reason I believe what Jay-Z said about that is just because like Nas came into the game when he was 16. Yep. Jay-Z came in when he was like 26. Yeah. He dropped Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what you think he was doing?
And also, we talked about this. Let's say Jay-Z didn't sell anything that he claimed he sold, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that Nas would have brought that up during the beef? You don't think on Ether he would have mentioned some shit like this?
Nas would have definitely said something.
Because ain't no other
And he
way.
wouldn't have knowledge of respect right now.
Exactly. You know what? Like, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, Faizon, for real, dog. What is up with this? What's up with this energy that you passing off, dog?
Because people try to say stuff about Biggie, about how Biggie didn't do certain things. He was just around people that did certain things.
Yeah, but that don't look, bro. I ain't putting myself in these scenarios. Not in those scenarios.
Not for sure. That ain't me saying
that. Ain't me. I ain't said none of that. Look, I'll mimic Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson ain't gonna never see this. Even if he did, it's all love.
He do be in Jacksonville a lot, by the way.
Hush your face.
I'm just saying.
I don't be out in these streets either. So you know what I'm saying?
He like Eva's Kitchen on San Pablo. So
I mean, that's cool.
He be around here.
That's San Pablo ain't close. You know. Hey man, I'm on the west side right now. What you talking about? I'm on the west side right now, bro. What you mean? Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike, bro. I'll send you my address, bro. You gotta go over the bridge though, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go over the bridge, bro. You know what I'm saying? All right. So last thing we got, yo. Unless you got anything on that?
No.
Last thing we got, yo. Meg. More Meg news. More Meg and Tory Lane news. Fill us in, Shades.
Well, I mean, as everybody knows, Tory Lanez did get arrested for tweets, pretty much. So it kind of went against the restraining order that he had. So Tory Lanez got arrested, but Tory Lanez is, I mean, he was basically talking about like how he was, a lot of things was talking about like how he was innocent and why Meg Thee Stallion was mad or whatever. But Meg Thee Stallion's friend, who is alleged to be the girl that he slept with while he was talking to Meg, is saying that he didn't shoot Meg Thee Stallion. So that's where the rumors are coming out, that where people are saying Meg is a possibility, Meg could be lying. So now we just need to find out the facts, find out the facts of the case, you know what I'm saying, before we come to anything. But as far as what we know, you know what I'm saying, allegedly Tory Lanez shot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot twice, is what they're saying, 2 times. And I mean, if he's found guilty, then you know I think it's going to be prison time.
Oh, and it's going to be prison time if it's found guilty.
But what they're saying is like Tory Lanez is still doing business. Tory Lanez still got shows. Tory Lanez is still doing songs and blah blah blah. And they're saying like a lot of the people that he's talking to, they don't think would even touch him or mess with him if he had shot her.
Thing is this. Tory Lanez is gonna be able to still go out here and do shows as he should, bro. He should still be able to go out here and do shows and still have them lined up, because his team will say, "Look, we're so confident in our guy that he has shows lined up." Now, if he turns out to be guilty, then guess what? The show's canceled. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So like. And I understand that certain people wouldn't mess with him, but the thing is certain people are still waiting to try to find out the truth also.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So they not finna hinder their pockets.
For sure.
Like, we keep it for real. They ain't finna hinder their pockets until they know for certain. You know what I mean?
Deshaun Watson, Cleveland Browns situation.
Until they know for certain. You know what I mean? People gonna go out here and make their money, and we've seen people make money with questionable people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't nothing new.
No, most definitely.
As far as like the shooting part, like what we know is that there was 4 people in that whip.
Yep.
It was Tory, it was Meg, a driver, and the friend. Somebody shot her. You know what I'm saying? Like, bullets don't just appear out of nowhere.
So if you saying Tory didn't shoot him, then
somebody shot her. Like the one thing we know for certain, right? The one thing we absolutely know for certain is Shorty got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the what's up, babe? But Shorty got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
So somebody gonna have to bite the bullet.
Literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Before we get up out of here, man, what you got, man?
Nothing much, man. Hope everybody have a good weekend. I appreciate y'all for vibing with us as always. SaveSoil.org. Check it out. #SaveSoil. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take responsibility, you know what I'm saying, for what we do. So shouts out to everybody. Peace and love.
That's a fact, man. Shout out to everybody who will continue to rock with us. Shout out to the homie IB. Hey man, I know how it is, man. You know, I don't know how it is. Amanda, I love you, but that man's at home looking like a single father right now. I went over there the other day. That man looking like a single father out there in this bit. But it is what it is, dog. My dog handling this business. Yo, shout out to you know what? Shout out to the single fathers out there. You know what I'm saying? Single fathers don't always get no love out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So hey, shout out to them. Shout out to once again everybody to continue to rock with us, man. Let me give y'all a little bit of air horn before we get up out of here. You feel me? Man, this homie studios. We holler at y'all next week. You dig? Deuces.